Every hardworking player, there is a very committed parent that contributes to their son and the program's success. Our first 8th grader that we are going to honor is number 19, Cole Beard. Cole is the son of Jared and Rachel Beard. I'm going to say a little bit about every kid because we don't have a banquet at the end of the year. So Cole, obviously, he's a little guy, okay, but he's not short on effort and he's not short on want, okay. And as you guys know, with junior high baseball, you see the big, and you see the middle, and you see the little guys, okay? Cole is going to be a good, exceptional baseball player. I was just made aware last night that Cole doesn't stop moving when he's on the field. He is running a mile a minute. When he's out in the outfield, if you just watch him, he's pacing. It's just interesting to watch. I didn't realize it till last night, but I'm very, very proud of Cole, and look forward to watching his future grow as not only a student, but a student athlete as well. Very good job, Cole. Next up, number 20, Max Bortz. Max is the son of Chris and Jen Bortz. Max has been about the ultimate team player. He has never played the outfield in his life until this spring. And I can remember going to Max during our camp, and I said, "Have you ever played the outfield before?" And he said, "No." I said, "Do you have interest?" He goes, "I don't know, sure, I just want to play." And I said, "Well, I think that the best way for you to play, and maybe long-term as you grow as a baseball player, is to play in the outfield." And he was open-minded, and quite honestly, he's turned himself in, with Coach Stanton's help, he's turned himself into a heck of a center fielder. And I think that that move may have changed his baseball career. Because let's be honest, a lot of guys are infielders. That whole dugout's filled with infielders. And a lot of guys are playing in positions that they've never played before. And I think that it's a great learning lesson for those guys. There's only so many infielders that get to play. And Max took and was an extreme selfless act in going out to the outfield and playing out there. Max has been irreplaceable for us, and quite honestly, one of my favorite players. Next up, we have number 36, Carson Brown. Carson is the son of Mike and Courtney Brown. What you see Carson do today is the epitome of just how he rolls. He doesn't get excited. He doesn't say a whole lot. He just goes out there and does his job. He's another one, if you look down the line, all the little guys. All right? Now, I know that he's going to be tall by the time it's all said and done. Okay? But Carson's best baseball days are in front of him, for sure. Okay? He is tremendous on the mound, and he's just coming into his own at the plate and in the outfield. And I'm glad he's on our team because he makes opposing hitters look pretty funny at the plate. If you've seen how many comebackers he got today, just the guys wailing at a changeup. So I'm very excited to see Carson's development, and very proud of the job that he's done this far, and he isn't done yet. Very good job, Carson. Next up, we have number 22, Logan Deck.
Logan is the son of Doug and Pam Deck.
Logan is very hard to get a read on as a coach because he's very quiet around us coaches, but then I see guys cutting up in the dugout, and usually Logan's at the front of that, okay? I think that Logan is going to be a really good high school baseball player. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. He's got size, he's got strength. Heck, he hit one off the wall the other day, and he probably, I'll be honest, he probably hasn't got as much playing time as he would have wanted. But he's he is a huge, huge team player. And he, like many others, is learning to play a different position. And that'll benefit him in the long run. I mean, he told me that he's normally a catcher. Well, only one of those guys play at a time. And he's been open-minded to play in first base. And I'm excited to see how he grows and develops as a player. I know he cares a lot. He comes from a good family, a great family. I can't say enough about our families, so I don't think that's a slight on everybody else. Our families are tremendous. But I'm real excited to see Logan grow as not only a student, but also as an athlete and a baseball player.
Our next player is number 11, Liam Decker. Liam is the son of Dave and Nikki Decker.
As for a lot of kids, it's hard for me to believe that Liam's going to be going to high school in a few months. I've known Liam since he was this tall, and now he's this tall. The crazy thing that I love about Liam is I'm hard on him. And I'm hard on him because he's a good player. And he hasn't even scratched the surface on how good of a player he's going to be. But he takes coaching. He'll take a butt chewing. He gets those at home too. Okay? But he cares. And he's a really good ball player. And I think a lot of times that we have to coach our more talented players and hold them to a higher standard. And Liam's that guy. I get on him quite a bit. Liam probably doesn't think I like him very much. But that's the farthest thing from the truth. Okay? I just coach him hard because I know he can handle it, and because I know that coaching is going to make him a better player as he grows. I'm super excited to watch the next week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever it takes to get to the state championship game, because I know that I can count on number 11. Very good job, Liam. Tremendous year.
As his social studies teacher, I'm just glad to know that he likes a good butt chewing. Next up, we have number 14, Easton Dote. Easton is the son of Jeremy and Jenny Dote.
When you talk about likable kids, Easton may be at the top of the list for me. He always has a smile. Him and Luca always say, "Hey, how's it going, coach?" Not even ask. Usually the guys they run from talking to me and they go talk to Jacob and Connor and Drew. But the thing I love about Easton is it doesn't matter if he was having a bad game or we're having a bad game as a team or he just went 4 for 4. He always has a smile on his face. And him, exactly like Logan, I wish that we played 100 games because I can guarantee you that that we could get we could get Easton more opportunities, and he would definitely prosper with that. I think that Easton's done a little bit of everything. We started on the infield, we went behind the plate a little bit, and then we're in the outfield. And nobody's lined into more outs this year than Easton Doe. So, Easton, thank you for your effort and for your smile.
Next player is number 6, Aiden Dunlop. Aiden is the son of Justin Dunlop.
If you haven't done it before, and for those of you that don't know, this is Aiden's first year here at Fulton. His sister went here, he moved to O'Fallon, living with his dad. This is his first year coming as a transfer, and that's tough. I can speak from experience of transferring I transferred during the middle of my high school years, and coming into a new school is tough. But Aiden, without a doubt, is the best pitcher in the state. Without a doubt. There isn't a guy that he hasn't struck out this year. I mean, I thought that Triad would be a very good test for him on the mound. Strikes out 13. Guys just flat do not want to face Aiden. And he has not, like many of them, even scratched the surface on how good of a player he is. I've never been, and I'll be honest, as a coach, you get emails from time to time, and we get a lot of them in high school because we have a very community with the base and things like that. We have transfers that come in and go out, and Aiden's dad Justin sent me and Coach Flair an email that he was going to transfer in, that he would like to play baseball and he would like to request an early tryout because he was playing in a tournament the week of our tryouts. And we came up here one day. We met up here one morning. His grandpa brought him, and I had Cannon and Keegan with me, and we just went through some baseball skills. I saw one ground ball. I seen one swing. Then he jumped on the mound, and I seen one pitch, and that's all I needed to know, that he was going to help us. And help us he has. And I cannot be more thankful for him taking a chance on us. And fortunately for me, I get to coach him all year, so I get to see and be a part of a lot of his growth. And I cannot wait for him to to finish this season out, wherever that goes, and jump into high school and see him develop from a young guy to a man, because he's a heck of a baseball player. And I'm super, super proud of him for taking this on. These guys, a lot of these guys have known each other forever, and a lot of them are good friends, and this is a tough community, okay, at times. So for Aiden to be open-minded and go about his business and not let it affect him says something about his character and the way he was brought up. So we got a long way to go yet, but I'm super proud of you.
Next up, we have number 21, Luca Friedenberg. Luca is the son of Aaron and Julia Friedenberg.
There we go, a hug. That's what I like. Luca's just finally starting to get into his own as a player here. I mean, he had a tough start to the year. I mean, he fractures a thumb in the first inning of an inter-squad game against Carriel, and was put on the shelf for a couple weeks. And I learned a lot about Luca during those 2 weeks. The ultimate team guy. Anything we asked him to do, he was at every practice. He was at every game. He volunteered to courtesy run for us, even though he probably wasn't allowed to. But a lot of when you get injured and you're out, and I'll say the same thing about a gentleman coming up here. When you get injured and hurt, things can go one of two ways. They can go down real quick, or you can fight through it and not let it affect your day-to-day life, and not let it affect what we do to try to get better to get on the field. Luca didn't. He worked through it, and he's just now starting to catch his stride as a player for us in the lineup, and he's starting to swing the bat really well. I'll tell you, if we won't go very far in the playoffs if we don't have a good Luca Friedenberg. And he's been very open-minded, very courteous, loved the kid to death. But you can tell that he's been raised very tough. He's tough as nails. And I love that about him. I love it about him. And honestly, the way he communicates with me is refreshing. It's yes, coach, every time. And I don't ask for that, but it's yes, sir, yes, coach. Thank you. He's very mannerly. I love that about him, and it proves to me that he was raised right. And Luca, I'm looking forward to the rest of this season and your future coming up.
Next, we have number 2, Colin Holycross. Colin is the son of Jonathan and Mary Holycross and his sister, Cadence. Colin's dad is serving our country in Turkey right now and couldn't be with us.
So, Colin has had the worst fall that you can possibly imagine. Comes to tryouts, tears up his back, and all he wanted to do was make the junior high baseball team. I had many conversations with Mary, and there was no way that I was going to have a team without Colin on it. He would do whatever we asked when he was down. I knew it bothered him. He came out here, practice. He asked, "Can I field balls? Or can I feed balls?" I gave him tasks to do at practice. And we went through the week of practice, and then obviously that stuff gets tedious for kids that can't play physically. Okay, because they're hurt. Colin hasn't skipped a beat. Then he tears up his finger. Just when his back's getting better, he breaks a finger. And quite honestly, Colin, I can't remember how you did it, but I know that it was bleeding all over the place. And I think one of the coaches took care of him while we were hitting infield or doing something. And I just feel so bad for him. But now he's able to run, and he's a tremendous base runner. And I need to use him more in running situations because he's got a really good feel for things. I just wish that we could see a healthy Colin because I think he could bring so much more to our team. I'll be honest, Colin, you brought a ton. You're the ultimate teammate. And this season wouldn't have been worth doing this without you around. And I appreciate it. And I appreciate your mom's communication with me. And without having your dad around, I know that's hard. Your dad would be very proud.
Next up, we have number 1, Colton Miller. Colton is the son of Brad and Kelly Miller.
Talk about a kid that's had a rough season. Starts the season on tryouts. He's got a hip flexor problem. Struggles, fights with all he can to keep playing. And it finally got to the point where I was having conversations with Kelly every day, and we needed to get him checked out. And he hasn't played for the last 4 or 5 weeks. And quite honestly, he's one of our best players. We are a different team with Colton Miller. And like many of them, I've known Colton since he's been little. And saw him play football, saw him wrestle. Haven't seen you play hockey, but I hear that you're a heck of a hockey player. But he keeps saying to me that he wants to be a baseball guy. Well, I'm excited for him to be a baseball guy because he's probably the best athlete on our team. There isn't much that Colton can't do. And I'm hoping for him that we can play long enough to where he can get back in the lineup and help us, because we are almost unbeatable with Colton Miller in the lineup. Colton, I'm super proud of you. Super proud of you. You have a little Hollywood to you. We all know that. That's why you got the nickname. Okay? But you've been super responsible with me. And that's a big thing. So we're going to play out these couple weeks and go as far as we can. And hopefully by the end of this we can put you out in right field and get you in at bat, because I know you'll do big things for us. Thank you for your effort, and thank you for your maturity.
Next, we have number 26, Tyler Murray. Tyler is the son of Rob and Lauren Murray.
I feel like I'm being very repetitive on what I'm saying about almost every single kid. But I'll be honest, Tyler surprised me on the mound. And he's been unbelievable. And he is not the biggest guy. He does not throw the hardest. He does not have the best stuff on the mound, but he just gets guys out. I mean, I don't even know what his record is, but I know it's unblemished. Okay? I looked up, I talked to Coach Weaving yesterday, and I said, how many pitches has he thrown? We were in the 7th inning, and I think Coach said 75. I said, Jesus, that's almost impossible. Nothing seems to bother Tyler. He understands that he's not the strongest guy, and he doesn't throw the hardest, and he's just okay with that. And being able to accept that is the reason that he wins. I told the kids yesterday, you know what? He probably throws 58 miles an hour. and he's just okay with that, and he gets guys out. He doesn't have to throw 70 whatever like Aiden. He just does it his own way, and he does nothing but attack the strike zone. And it's hard to hit, guys. It's really hard. When you let guys hit their way out, this game becomes a lot simpler. And that's what Tyler does. Tremendous kid, love him to death. He's always smiling. He's a huge, huge part of our team, and I look forward to watching his growth as a pitcher and as a player, for that matter. I look forward to that. Thank you, Tyler.
Next up, we have number 4, Alex Perez. Alex is the son of Orlando and Kate Perez.
Like so many of guys on the team, I've got to see Alex's progression as a player through the years, through playing against him, or the kids playing against him. And Alex just finds a way to get things done. Sometimes it's not the prettiest thing, but here's what I know. I know he's dependable. Okay? I know that he's not going to cause me a problem. And I know that he's going to give it everything he's got. He's played right field for us this year. He's not an outfielder. He's not. He's an infielder. But it allows him an opportunity to play. And I talked with Alex about it earlier in the year. I said, you know what? The quickest way to play is probably in the outfield. And you know what? Like I just said, sometimes it's not the prettiest thing, but it gets done. All right? Alex started off the season very hot at the plate. And like I've said with a lot of our guys, when we walk onto a field, we're not the most physically opposing team, except for Keegan and maybe Aiden and maybe Colton. But we've got a lot of rugrats. Alex is one of those guys. Okay? He's short in stature. All right, he's not the strongest guy in the world, but when he does grow, because I know he's going to grow, his baseball career is going to go on the upslope very quickly, and it's just a joy to coach Alex. He comes from a great family. His parents are awesome, and I'm just excited to see and to continue to work with Alex and just be a part of some of his baseball journey. Thank you for taking a chance in the outfield. It's helped. Believe me, it's made us a better team. Looking forward to watching you grow as a kid and as a player.
Next up, we have number 5, Cannon Sipe. Cannon is the son of Scott and Andrea Sipe.
Do I have to go up and take this picture?
I will take this opportunity to critique Cannon's play this year. Next, we have number 23, Keegan Sipe, who also happens to be the son of Scott and Andrea Sipe.
Very tough to talk about your own kids. I'll start with Cannon. Nobody ticks me off more than Cannon because he's a lot like me, and he's hard-headed, and he's a really good ball player. I don't tell him that enough. And he's really crucial to our team. I think he's going to be a tremendous ball player at some point if he gets out of his own way at times. And the toughest part about Cannon is his brother's 6'1", 185 pounds. And he's 5'6", 140 pounds. And he tries to be, and he tries to hit, and he tries to do things like his brother because he thinks that's what will get my attention. And if he would just learn to be his own self, he'll be, when he learns to do that, he will become a much better player. He is one of the better players, or one of the best players on our team. I think all of you that have watched games, he's impeccable defensively, and he's had a really, really good summer, or really good fall, I guess you could say, offensively. And I'm excited he's on our team, you know, and I'm very proud of him. And I wouldn't have done this without him. Now, Keegan, on the other hand, I've never been harder on a kid than Keegan. And he just continues to take it. Yes, he's very talented. He can hit a baseball a mile. But everything that I tell him, he thinks is gospel. He listens. There's no peaks and valleys in his game. It's always right here. He's very quiet. He doesn't like attention. He actually, and I love it that you guys do this. When you guys do, when he hits, if you got him in a closed room, he would tell you that he don't like it. But I'm going to be ticked if you quit doing it because I said that. He's a big teddy bear. That's all he is. He's a big teddy bear. Wouldn't hurt a fly. But he's a pretty good baseball player. And he works his butt off to be a good baseball player. And he deals with a lot of crap doing it. I'm excited to see where things go with him. Once again, like everybody, like all the kids on our team, I'm glad he's on our team because he makes us really good. He told me at the beginning, before the season started, that he didn't want to catch as much. And deservedly so. He had caught enough innings. He caught over 300 innings this summer. That is entirely too many. So he's been able to help us in other ways at third base, in the outfield some, and at first base. And just watching him catch now, it's like he's a new man because he's well rested. So I'm excited to see where his future goes. And once again, glad he's on our team because I would hate to pitch to him.
And our last two, number 0, Colton Weaving, and number 7, Lincoln Weaving. Colton and Lincoln are the sons of John and Jackie Weaving. Jackie is away for work in Minnesota, couldn't be with us today.
So I've literally known these guys since they were born. obviously me and John grew up together and buddies. And I'll start with Colton because his name's first in the alphabet. Colton's been the most improved player from the games that I watched last year to where he's at this year. He's one of the top hitters on our team. He can do multiple things. He's played first base. He's played the outfield for us. He's pitched for us, which is a great attribute to have. He'll eventually find a position and find a home at some point, but why not play him all now? Because he's very, very valuable to what we do as a team, and I know that he's dependable to where we could put him in every position, and that we're going to get the best effort out of him, and we're going to get somebody that really knows how to play the game. I am extremely impressed the way he swings the bat. Extremely impressed, and I look forward to seeing his growth as a player, because I think that his growth may be more than a lot of the kids on our team. He's just scratching the surface of how good of a ball player he can be. And obviously, like me, John, you don't have a choice. You're playing baseball because that's what we did. Okay, I know you like to golf, and you're a good golfer. Mr. Minecoat likes that. Okay, but you have no clue how good of a player you could be if you allow yourself to do it. And I'm excited to have you around. I'm excited to be able to work with you for the next 3 weeks, because that also means that I get to have your brother Lincoln around for the next 3 weeks as well. Lincoln's been kind of a Swiss Army knife for us too. You know, he catches a lot for us and plays left field, and I could put him in any outfield position. I know he can do that well. Swings the bat very well for us. He's been a huge resource for us behind the plate, and he's gotten really good back there. Never have to worry about Lincoln weaving behind the plate. To throw anybody out there, I know he's gonna block balls. I know he's gonna handle a pitching staff, and then he's came around very well with his bat, and he'll continue to grow and as offensively as a player. But the biggest thing that I can say for Lincoln and Colton is they're good kids. Really good kids. And I'm excited to watch them grow up. Hell, I figured that since I watched them from birth basically till now, might as well see it through. So John and Jackie are some of me and Andrew's best friends. So we get to see a lot of each other, and I wouldn't have it any other way. So I'm very, very excited, and I'll get to continue working with a lot of these guys in the high school. And it's been since I've done everything with the kids, parents, it's been I think I said it, and I tell everybody that'll listen, they ask, how's junior high ball going? And I've enjoyed it way more than I thought I would. And part of it is that I've never been a head coach for this age of kids. I've always been with high school kids. And that's been doing that for 20 years, starting this, and when I got John and Tyler and all the high school, got Jacob and Drew, and I've got RJ and I've got Connor coming back to help, and to have Coach Grindstaff with the 7th graders, and obviously Coach Blair. I mean, we couldn't do this. We couldn't ask for anything more. People laugh all the time about how many coaches we have. And in the postseason, they're going to see 8 of us on the sideline. They're going to, and they say, hey, you got enough coaches? As one guy sits down there against us and has a kid coaching first base. Guys, it takes a village to do this right. And quite honestly, I can't say enough about my coaches, but I can't say enough about the parents. All right? Lauren, you did tremendous with this. This didn't happen last year. We didn't have an 8th grade day. And Lauren took this on, and the stuff that she put together with the banners, and the kids, you'll get the banners. as well. Made it special. Made it special. And quite honestly, I couldn't have done this without her taking it on. And many of you have asked to help and do things, and Andrea has done a ton for this. And wouldn't be able to do it. It takes a village. I keep saying that. I keep saying that. I keep saying it. And that's what this is all about. You know, it's not my program. It's all of our programs, including parents. All right? And the more we can get this thing rolling here at Fulton, not that it's been in bad hands or anything like that. It's always been good. Okay? We're just doing it a little different. Okay? And that's okay. All right? And, you know, we need Fulton to be a good baseball program. We need Carriel to be a good baseball program, because ultimately that will mean that our high school will be a very good baseball program. So to think that this is a minor league system for our high school program, you're darn right. It is. And I told the kids from the start, I said, listen, this is going to go one of three ways. I'm going to ultimately get an opinion of you. The opinion's either going to be very good, it's going to be very average, or it's not going to be very good. And that, usually your first opinion is a lasting opinion. And that wasn't to threaten them or anything like that. That was just to tell them the honest to God truth. And I told them that if they would listen and accept coaching like we wanted to do it, that they would be a better baseball player when they left. And that's our job. Our job isn't to win games. It's to help build kids into better players. And I can, without a shadow of a doubt, say that all of our kids have gotten better from where they've started to where we are now, and we haven't even finished the season yet. I think there's a lot of special things coming with our season, but if the season ended today, those 16 kids are better players now than they were when they entered. And that's through the work of our coaches. All right? And that's also through the work of those kids and accepting tough coaching. All right? I know I'm not easy to play for. And I'm not easy for parents to watch coach your kids sometimes, because I will raise my voice. But it's the only way I know how. And it's not going to change. If Coach Grindstaff was here, he played on one of my first teams back when I was like 21 or 22. And I tell the kids all the time, and he tells them that, man, you guys would have never handled Scott like he was when I played. I was rough on players, demanded a lot. I demand a lot on these guys too, and I hold them accountable, and they've taken it, and through their efforts and their character, they 18-2, conference champs, and the #1 seed in the regional. And it's all just a step in the road. Start our regional next week. None of you, I haven't sent this email out yet. We got the #1 seed in the playoffs. We'll play at home next Tuesday against Wolf Branch at 4:30. And then if we win that game, which I would sure hope we win, we would play Thursday here at 4:30 against the winner of Carriel and Whiteside. If we win that, we advance to the state tournament, which would happen on the 1st of September. Kind of a weird schedule. That first Saturday, September 1st, we would play at 11 o'clock. So we'll just keep that state tournament feel in the background, and just attack the next 2 games this week, and start getting the ball rolling into the postseason. But I wanted to thank you, parents, for your acceptance and for your hard work. I tell the kids all the time, make sure you thank your parents. I know that doesn't go home all the time, all right? Because they need to thank you guys a lot, because you guys are the glue behind. You guys are the straw that stirs the drink. You guys are the ones that gets them there. And when they forget a water jug, you guys are the ones that are bringing it to them. And when you forget your shoes, you guys are the ones that bring it to them. And that's great. And that's awesome. I couldn't have asked for a better situation and a better group of parents. And I'm extremely excited to see where things go. But I know this, that if the season ended today, I'm very proud of these 16 boys, and I'm excited to see their future. So thank you, parents. Thank you very much.
Let's have one more nice round of applause for these players and, of course, their parents. Once again, Fulton Junior High School and Fulton baseball coaching staff, thank you for your commitment. And now, if we could, parents and players, can we please get lined up for one more group picture here? Dr. Harold would like to get a picture of everybody.
Here we go, kids in front.